Check my audio. Your microphone and speaker are not working properly. Here we go, folks. Here we go. They are working properly. All right. Let's see if we can figure this stuff out. Put it over there. Allow me to do it. The other stuff I'm talking about, maybe. Ah, okay. All right, let me go to screen share, and we're gonna cover just a ridiculous amount of stuff. Well, whatever, it'll be good for you, even if some of it is just background info.
Okay. Sounds good.
Find that whiteboard. Where the heck is? There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'll cover kind of the things that I know that I want to cover with you that I think will be most helpful, and then I mean, ask questions throughout, and if there's other stuff we can talk about that also. The first thing I wanted to mention was like kind of an extra, kind of a side thing, this whole thing with reviews and Google. I wanted to show you right now. So here is your Google My Business profile. There's actually two of them that are duplicates. Basically, I could help you guys kind of make this a little bit nicer, and if I were to do the whole thing and add a reviews page to your website and put a link there for people to review, the cost for that would be $75, just to let you know, and I can answer questions and stuff afterwards. The good thing about Google My Business is that even if somebody doesn't find you on Google through their site, a lot of times they might find this maps thing especially if they know the name of your organization. And you've probably seen them, but a lot of times if somebody might find a bunch of things in a map, but this is where people can review you and you can reply to the review. Luckily, so I already have control of this because Dr. Nina gave me the login to it. And so that's just a side thing that you guys can get back to me on, talk to her, or I'll keep it in mind as well.
Okay.
But for the website itself, I'll show you how to, there's a couple different, because there's a couple different ways that the pages are administered. So I'll give you kind of the overview, and you're not going to learn it, but it'll give you an idea. Some things are fairly easy for you to edit if necessary.
Okay.
But we'll start with those things that are kind of the easiest and kind of their own things. I'll come back to the home page, but the TOVA Health TV. So to edit that page, and that's the one where you said, okay, you want to go through and reorganize and get rid of some of these videos. So for that one, whenever you want to work on the website, you have to log into the admin area. And this is where Dr. Nina sent me her login. And like I told you, there's several other users. So she could give you her login, or it looks like she can give you a different login that's already set up, or create a new login for you. And to show you that, so once you log in, you see the dashboard, and on the left side is this big sidebar that's got all the different things you can do. I forget if I showed you, but down here is users, and this is where all the current users are. And so there's actually a couple in her name. The the one that she gave me is this one using her email as the username.
Okay.
But she could create one for you, or I could help to do that. And so you can ask her if she'd like to use one of these, but also if we can delete even a couple of these, I would like to, if these are people that really shouldn't have access anymore or are not involved. So
Okay.
the users, check with her about creating a username for yourself, because once you have that, basically you go to the website, and then again, I'll send this to you once we create your username, but you go to the website /WP admin, and that brings you to a login screen, and you put in your username and password. And then once you log in, it gets you to the main dashboard.
Okay.
So the main dashboard, there's like a million things, especially on this site, million things on the left side. There's only a few that are the most important. Posts is the blog area that we'll get to later. We're not even going to worry about that now because we removed it for now, but it can be a cool thing. And so that could be something that, especially if you're the one that enters them or whoever's been entering them, we could continue. But the most important one is pages. Again, on the left side, it's one of the main areas, pages. And I'll quickly show you that. Pages, you click on it, or all pages. So these are all the pages that are on the website. Now, there's 53 of them, like 30 of them are not even in use. It would be great if somebody could decide which ones we could delete.
Okay.
Because it makes it harder for you to scroll down to which one you want to change.
Okay. And how many did you say there were?
It shows that there's 53.
53.
Yeah. So check it out. The really cool thing is that you can do a few different things. You can like here's the 10th James Fawcett Virtual. That is the current one, so we know we want to keep that. But there's a 6th annual and 7th. So these ones are basically, they were never deleted. They're just not used anymore. So I'm going to show you what we can do with those that you could do with the other ones. If you check the box next to it, you can, or actually you can trash it. And I'm going to trash this one, 6th annual. I'm going to trash it. So now it's gone, but it's in this trash area. So we didn't lose it. So if we open trash, we see it there. So we could always restore it. But at least it's out of our way for now.
Okay.
So now if I go back to published, we got the 7th annual one there. Now, just to show you a different thing you could do, you could make it into a draft as if you're still working on it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to do with this one. I can't do it here, but if I click it, I think I can do it anyway. No, I can't. I actually, to make it a draft, and this is just kind of for fun, if I click it as if I'm going to edit it, I can change the status from published to draft. And I'm just showing this to confuse you extra. Then I update it. And then when I go back to the pages, it's still on the list, but it's listed as a draft.
Okay.
So it can make it easier. Like if you're working on a page, especially a new page, you could do it as a draft so nobody can see it, but you can see it, for example. So right now, if they click in whatever the link was, they're going to say this page doesn't exist, but it has the regular website info.
Okay.
So but we'll come back to pages after we do just a couple things. Again, the TOVA Health TV. So if I want to like rearrange these and get rid of some of them, for that one, instead of going to the page, well, actually, I'll show you the page first. So TOVA Health TV, and they're in alphabetical order, except for ones that you could put as a child of others. So events has a bunch of children. Many of these can be put in the trash because they were probably from ancient times and we just don't use them anymore.
Okay.
But the TOVA Health TV is listed as TOVA Health TV. That's done with Elementor, which is a word processor. So for TOVA Health TV, I would hit edit with Elementor. And then this shows me, if I wanted to edit the top, you can see that it's what you see is what you get. So on this, if I can put my cursor where I want it, if I want to change the intro text onto that page, I would click in that area, and then it appears over here, and I can make any edits to it. For example, those J's I just put in just showed up there.
Mhm.
And once I hit update, then it would be live.
Okay.
I'm going to take those J's back out. But really, the page for this, we only worry about the top because the rest of this is within a particular kind of a plugin. So
Okay.
if I worked on any page, I could hit update to make it live. But if not, I click on these bars, and it's exit to dashboard. So it brings me back to the main dashboard for that page, TOVA Health TV. Then if I click on the WordPress thing, it brings me back here. And don't worry about not understanding this at all, because at least you have a clue, and I can help. And obviously, there's a couple other people that know how to do this.
All right.
But for you, the thing that you actually wanted to do to change those things, there's a separate thing on here, and that is, it's called Video Gallery. So it's down, you have to scroll down on this thing. It's almost at the very bottom of the black bar, Video Gallery, and I click on it. So now you could have a bunch of video galleries. You have just this one video gallery for this one page. And so the one that's here, ID 1 is TOVA. So I click on TOVA, and then it brings me to the actual gallery. So this is what whoever's been uploading this has been doing. They would hit add a video, and these are all the items. So the title that appears here, and shorter the better, really, so that people will read it. And there's description for some of them. So again, when I'm in the admin area, I like to have a separate window of the screen itself, of this website itself, to see what it looks like live. So for example, here's this 28 days, the first one on our list. If I click it, it brings me to kind of a mini page. One of those, I think this one, let me see, if I click on this one, yeah, this one had that description. So this is kind of a cool thing. So this is the one with description. So there's sickle cell awareness. So if I go back here, this one did not have a description, but here's the description for that. So basically, and let me see, I've never done this. If I hit add video, let's see what happens. Okay, it gives you those different fields. First is the link to the video, and then the title, description. And the link to the video is the YouTube video link. Like if you hit share for the video, copy and paste that in here. So that's that. And so for the first thing that you want to do is, again, like I did this other one, you can rearrange them by dragging. So this is the way it appeared the other day when we looked at it. And so if I wanted to, I could bring this one down there and put it there. Then once I've got it where I want, save video gallery. So with WordPress, there's always going to be a kind of usually a blue button that says save it. Same thing with save a page. So if I hit save video gallery, it saved it. And then I can go and refresh this page to see, and this one should end up in I think in the third location. Yeah, so it moved it over there. So for you to move them around, you can do that, but I know the first thing you want to do is delete some. And so for any of them, there is remove video.
Okay.
Yeah, and remove video, I don't think there's I don't think there's a trash area. I think it just gets rid of it.
Okay.
So if there's a video that's like not important, just push it down to the end. But on any of these that you want to delete, just remove video and then save video gallery, and you got it.
All
So
right.
for that page, again, you'll be doing that in the video gallery area down there.
Now I have a question. Is there a way to like categorize them? So say for instance, like there was a few videos about health education or something.
The answer
Is it a way to put them in like
yeah,
two separate
don't know.
columns? Okay. All right. That's
There's
something I can
there
ask.
might be a way. And sometimes, let's see, sometimes there's pro features. So like if you pay them, then you can do the pro feature. So that might be. But basically, to find out, you could look at the information for video gallery.
Okay.
And there might be like displaying disable related videos is a pro feature, pop-up audio. But basically, the name of this thing is called Huge IT, and you can look that up. And again, that is a gallery. And so, here, like so under video gallery, and it shows you advanced features is pro, but Lightbox featured plugins, licensing. Yeah, I don't know where you would find that.
Okay.
But all of the plugins, let me check one place. If I hit, so on the left side here again, plugins, and that's a different functionality. If I hit plugins, it brings me a list of all the plugins, which is kind of the different software for different things. And that one was called Huge IT. They're in alphabetical order. There's a lot of plugins. Again, a lot of people have worked on this site, so unfortunately it's cluttered. But the, where was it? I think I saw it. I'm looking for video gallery. That must be, oh yeah. So this one, unfortunately, they give it different names. So it's called Gallery here by Huge IT, visit plugin site. And so actually to find out what it can do, if you click this, it gives you the different features and what comes free with it and what you would have to pay for.
Okay.
And so you could go through and actually, look up and find out, hey, can you add categories?
Okay.
So for now, right, that could be something for down the road to see if you can do, because yeah, that definitely, very much like the blog, putting it in galleries is a really good idea.
All right.
And that one was its own window, I think. No, it wasn't. Okay, so that was the Health TV. Now, TOVA Tuesday, I'll go first to the TOVA Tuesday page. I go to, and pages over here, so I hit pages. And down here, TOVA Tuesday, again, it's Elementor. So I'm going to click edit with Elementor. And on this one is slightly different again. So for the top area, same thing. You could make edits here by clicking on it and then changing it here. Even these buttons that we have on the side, if we wanted to get rid of the buttons, we could do that here. Actually, to get rid of it, I would right click and I can delete that button. I'm going to leave it for now because it's not doing anything. So for the TOVA Tuesday, it's mainly each of these different entries. So on this TOVA Tuesday WordPress page, the top area we can control, which is called the hero. And then the next section down right now is kind of the intro to the page. So this is something that would be a good idea. And there's a little bit of intro here, but if you wanted to explain a little bit more, this is where you can edit this. So if I came in here, TOVA Tuesday is now available as a podcast. You could just get rid of it or make edits to it. Here's the next section is its own section of text. So once I click on it over here, I can add to that. For example, if I wanted to put B, it does that. The To visit our podcast, that's a button again. And like that's probably that's still in operation. It must still be the same. So
Yes.
here's where the link to that actual podcast is. It's the link for that button. So then the podcast, I'm not sure why there's a couple up here that are whited out. And luckily at the moment we can ignore them, because if we were to go to a regular TOVA Tuesday page, they're not there. So it's basically sickle cell, TOVA Tuesday, and then pursue. If we come over here, it's sickle cell, TOVA Tuesday, and pursue, and down the list. So whoever's been doing this, this is one place that they're controlled a little bit, and this is where a really good idea would be to put a specific photo for each one, otherwise to give people an idea of what it is. And again, the shortest possible title is good, so that they click on that. So within here, you can make changes to the image. You can say, okay, no, I want a different image. I can click on this, change this text, even the date. The date's not automatic, so that's something that was entered. So you would change the date there. And then watch the episode is Facebook. So apparently these are all Facebook events. And that's the main link for the whole thing. So when I'm on it, watch this episode, it's bringing me to the Facebook for that area.
Okay.
So again, part of it is, it might be, and I haven't played with this at all, but this is where you can change the images or the text for the existing ones, or you could get rid of them if you want. So let's say that I made my changes. In this case, I'm not going to hit update, but I'm going to leave. So I'm going to click this to exit to dashboard, and then it reminds me changes are not saved. And if I meant to save them, I could hit cancel and save. But in this case, if I leave, like nothing ever happened. So then that brings me just to the regular WordPress page for that TOVA Tuesday. It brought me out of the Elementor, but now I hit the WordPress logo again to get me back to the main pages dashboard. So these were those pages again. I was on TOVA Tuesday Elementor.
Okay.
But that's got its own plugin, which is on the left side also. And it's just partway down TOVA Tuesday. So this might be the only place you have to come. I'm actually not sure. So if I hit TOVA Tuesday, here's the list of everything. And it looks like there was one created that they might be waiting for like another one, because they're going in pairs. It looks like, just the way they're formatted.
Okay.
But here they are in order, and I don't even know about changing the order of these, but here's that, just look at at one as an example, sickle cell transplant aware access. If I click on it, this is where the information is, the Facebook link, which is the most important one. And then they've added Instagram, YouTube, and a couple other things, which I'm not sure where that comes into play, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Because on all these, I mean, the Facebook one is the vital one. Those other ones might be just as so people can get to Facebook. I don't know. Let me click on this once more. And
or maybe if they don't have Facebook, they can get on YouTube.
It might be the same thing as there. You might have it set up that way, yes. Because over here, right, they're kind of all on the same page anyway, I guess. TOVA Tuesday with our guests, blah, 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 see more. Let me see if this, okay, so there was a bunch of stuff there, but that doesn't appear. In here, so that was just, yeah, so what's on this TOVA Tuesday page is just really, I think the name of it was, I guess the guests, they must have been there.
Yeah.
Right. So again, you could change that to get back out of this. So these are all of them. So to add one, there's usually a add new. So if we're going to add something like to have another draft, so then we have the same thing. You would list the guests. Facebook, it has the default page, but then you would find the correct one for that. I guess you'd put it on Facebook first, then come back here and plug that in.
Okay.
And then once, of course, the title. So you put in the title, guests, put in the correct link. And then over here, once you did that, I don't know if I have to add something. Yeah, then you would hit publish.
Okay.
But you can, let's see, visibility, publish. Instead of publishing right away, we could do what they did, and we can make it, oh no, that's, if you want to do it down the road, you can do it down the road.
Okay.
I forget how to make this one a draft, to tell you the truth. Pending review. But if I wanted to publish it, I would hit publish. Actually, I'm going to hit publish and see what happens.
It says save draft right next to it.
Oh, say again?
It says
save draft. That's it. Right. Let me do that. I'll save draft, GGG, save draft. Good job. Now, to get out of here, I hit this WordPress logo, and there it is. Nice job. So you've created a draft.
Okay.
Look at this. I can, if I trash this draft, it takes it off this list, but it's still in the trash area in case we need it.
Okay.
In this case, I am going to permanently delete it, and it's gone.
Okay.
So again, back to all, and then you can see a separate one for published if we didn't want to see that draft. But it's good to know that the draft is there. So
Okay.
I guess your person is doing this, and they can go with you and show you how they do it. But I just wanted to show you that.
All right.
But right, so either if they keep doing it, or if not, the one thing that I would say would be, heck, what the heck, give each one its own photo.
Yeah. And that's something I can
since
definitely do.
this is set up very nicely, that would encourage people to click on them. So if they have, a representative photo, would be really, really cool. Okay.
All right.
Let me go back to pages, because again, that's where most of the other kind of stuff is. So again, so I'll go back to pages down here. There it is, pages. And again, one thing, it would be great if you or somebody, I kind of don't want to do it, or I could do it with you, or they're not hurting anything, but all these pages are live. So there's a particular link to these pages. For example, annual SCAW 5K. I'm going to click on it as if we're going to edit it.
So just removing all the unnecessary.
Right,
pages.
It's unnecessary, but it's not even deleted. It's a live page. Now on any pages, at least unfortunately, you got these different editors. If it's not in the Elementor mode, on the right side, update would always be to, once you make your changes, you hit update and it's live. Okay. Now on some of these pages, it's good to hit, if you're able to edit it like this one is not using Elementor, it's using a different editor instead. But you could actually come in here and you can see how you can make edits. So if you made an edit, you can hit preview changes, which is what I'm going to do. And then this would be what the people can see. So this one's basically a photo gallery of that event. So maybe you would want to keep this, deep as a side thing to something, just to, I mean, it's got cool photos and people like that stuff. And so, but like I say, it is live. So that opened up a new window. So I can actually go to it live to see that it's really, really alive. If I just, this permalink is the link. So I'm going to go to it over here, paste it in. So this will prove to me that it's a live page. So if somebody happened to have this event/page, they can get to this.
Okay.
But that is something that, okay, I'm going to show you something else that's really cool. Like for this page in particular, it was from a few years ago, but especially people might have been in the event, they like to see their pictures. And this one, it looks like a pretty cool photo gallery, I guess. Oh shoot, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just
A whole bunch of pictures.
yeah, that's wild. Maybe
They
well,
used to be one.
maybe we can fix that somehow. But at any rate, let's say I wanted to put this as under events. There could be like a subcategory of one of these, or I could put it down here. I mean, you could list it down here. Let's say I want to put it under blog. So you would come into the admin area. Here's the page. We're done with that. Instead of going to all pages, to change things in the menu, you go to appearance and then menus. And this currently has the menu. So home, about us, and here's those sub pages, so you can see how this works. Home, and then there's the 3 sub pages here, and then here's TOVA Health TV is the next one. And so this is where we could actually change the name of a link, like telehealth services. If we wanted to change that to be shorter, like I like the top level ones to be shorter, but if I hit next to this, I could actually change the name of what the link will say.
Okay.
And then if I change that, if I say, yeah, I want it that way, I would save menu. In this case, I'd better get rid of that because I wanted to, well, actually, I'm not going to save this anyway, but if I want to add that page we were just looking at, which again is called, oh shoot, I lost it. Annual James Fawcett, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Under pages, I can hit all. And now I can search for it. I think that was the name. Here, it's one of these ones. Annual, look, there's a few of them. I think it's this one.
I think it's the first one.
So if I wanted to add this to the menu, check this out. I'm going to click it, add to menu. I know you're going to kill me when we're done with this. You're going to say, what are you trying to show me all this stuff? So add to menu. So we did that. Now, if I scroll down, it's going to be at the very bottom here. So if we were to leave it here and hit save menu, it would end up being another item after contact us.
Okay.
We don't want any more items up on top. So I can drag this to where I want it. I'm going to drag it up to under events. And I'm actually going to put it under all events because blog you were talking about getting rid of. I didn't want to kind of get rid of it yet, but I left it there. So now annual, and I'm actually going to put this there. So let me get rid of these D's I added to this guy. Okay, so I put that annual James Fawcett. That's a long name, but I'm going to leave it for now anyway. Save menu. Now, if I refresh this, it should end up under here. So I'm going to refresh. And there it is. 10th annual, actually, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, annual.
The one right there. Yeah.
One that we added. So a cool thing here is it's not, it's not cluttering things up here, but if somebody sees that, and you might want to put the year or something like that, because you could have plenty of, drop down items. But then if you click on it, you see that it is live and it's here.
Okay.
And just to show you how it kind of doesn't mess things up too much, to see how it looks on mobile, you just can slide it across, and then this is how it looks on mobile. And so in the navigation area, it's not taking up one of our top spots, but it is under events. So it got added there.
All right.
So that's one of those things. Like you wanted, that was like extra that you didn't even ask for.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah. And the good thing is once you go in, and so the question is, right, kind of would Dr. Nina like you to be her kind of, do this or know about it anyway, since you're like the right-hand person, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, it would definitely be good to know for sure.
The blog later. Okay, one, because again, most further things I would do would cost at least a little bit extra, and it might be hourly. Like if I were to add a page, it could be $100 but my rates are reasonable. But I wanted to tell you and to tell her also that if you guys were to refer me to a business or an organization or anybody that needs website work, and I build them a website or do significant work, you get $50 worth of credit towards me doing updates on your site. And that's unlimited. So if you happen to, if you know business owners and they say, hey, if you need website work, if I do work for them, then you get credit for that, which could pay for us if we were to do some more of this stuff.
Okay.
Let me go back to the home.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I have a question about the donate page.
Okay,
I was on there earlier. If you click on it, and there was like a double, like see, it doesn't show it on your computer, but like on mine, if I go to, let me see, if I go to TOVA, it will show like donate via, and then it will be another block, and then it's a Cash App on top of donate via, and then Cash App. Like, let me see if I can take
like over here in this area. Or actually, now keep in mind, at the moment, I think you wanted me to remove when I didn't. I have the same donate link under About Us and also under Contact.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But it should be the same page.
Yeah, am I able to screen share real quick? Because I don't know if this is just because I'm not like on the site for editing, but like on my page, it shows something completely different. Like where it says
let me stop share and go ahead. I think I have it set so you can share.
It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Does it look like, do you have like the green share screen button?
Yeah, it says the host disabled for participants.
Oh man, let's see.
So it's like it's usually like a little tab on top of.
Okay. You know what? I just changed it. I think you're okay.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So do you see like that right there?
Oh, okay. You know what? That is because this is that's because right, you're looking at it on like a smaller screen size. You know what I will do? I will,
because I didn't know if it was, I didn't know what it was.
It's the same button. It's the same button. I will make that button smaller, and then it shouldn't, basically it broke it in half. That's what it did.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll work on that. I'll work on that. Or actually, I'll just make it into a different button, but I'll work on it.
Okay. Yeah, because I think if I pull it up on my phone, it doesn't do that.
Right. Or if you look on it full screen on a laptop, it won't do it either.
Unless... Yeah, and I'm on a full screen on the laptop. That's why.
Oh wow. Maybe you just have a the resolution is like really big or something like that.
Maybe. Let me see. There we go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
But I will make it smaller because it doesn't need to be that huge.
Okay. All right.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna share again.
Let me stop.
Let me just do this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So on the donate, I'm glad that you guys put this information. I kind of kept a couple extra things here, but I'll use this as an example. If you wanted to work on this page, pages. And donate. Donate is not using that Elementor. It's with WP Bakery, which I'm not too familiar with, but I can stumble my way around it.
Okay.
Let's see if you click on that, it's actually easier to do it this way. Text block edit. Yeah, so if I wanted to make edits, good stuff. Drug prices, good stuff. Save changes. And now it's down here. I think it's still not live though. So I hit save changes to it. So I got it to look good here, but let me go to this donate page and see if I actually saved it. I don't think it is. No, and that's because I saved it here, but I didn't hit the big update to update the page. If I hit this, then that addition I made would be here. So just like in some different editors, you have to hit save here, but then you also have to hit save the page itself with update.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to use that page as an example. So you could come in and say, man, we want to change this text. You can do that this way. Come in here and then just find it. Just work around these. This is the code that they use for the column. So just work around that and you're okay. This one that I was going to change, I'll come in here and do it myself. Okay, so I'm going to X out of this. Leave site. Changes may not be saved, but I don't want to save them, so I'm going to hit leave. But now we're going to look at a different page. The home page. So the home page of the whole website, if I want to make edits to that, which homepage really doesn't really need edits too often, because that's the stuff you would always want people to see. But you might want to have stuff like, especially a really important event. So for the home page, in this here, we come to pages. And I think this one is actually called home, or actually, I forget what it's called. Okay, it is, oh, it's home. There's a couple homes because people were messing around. Okay. So it's the home that has Elementor. Let me look at this other home just to see what it is. If I were to click on it, it's actually a live page, so we might want to get rid of it. So if I hit preview changes, this is what this other home page is. So it's probably, it might be a previous version. You
might probably have, like one of the first ones.
Yeah. Now, is this something that, do you think we would need this information, or should we just get rid of this page?
Yeah, we can get rid of it because we have the bio.
Right, because it's all on the other pages and it was just the initial version.
We have these photos. So.
There is a slideshow. It's got the same ones. Now, this one shows why they were blurry when they got blown up, because these are the actual sizes.
Mm-hmm.
But this page, right, it's actually, again, it's live. It would be better for Google if we got rid of it, because people could find this page somehow. So I'm actually going to do that. See, it's home 3. So I'm going to move this to trash right here. And if I go back to pages, that it should be gone. So that home should be gone. So right, home Elementor is here, but the other one's gone.
Okay.
But it's still here in trash. Whoops. So in trash, there's that home. And then here's a couple other, like this must have been a previous version of TOVA Health TV. This is the previous version of this, but they're in here in case they were needed at some point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So okay, so we helped things already by getting rid of that. So now I'm going to go back to that home with the Elementor. Look at this. Here's a page called New Home. That was from 20.
I seen that.
Look at this. It's from 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a look at it.
Don't need that.
New home. And let's see, preview changes. Yeah, there's nothing. They were never even did anything with it. So that one, same thing, moved to trash.
Okay.
Okay, so now again, kind of the last thing that I need to show you, I'll go back to home again. Again, whenever it has Elementor here, you want to hit edit with Elementor. That's that. It's a more modern way because everything is all visual.
Okay.
So Elementor and the home page. So we can scroll down here and see the whole page. And as we mouse over things, you're seeing these different sections that we can edit. So if I want to work on this list, I click it and here's the list. These are buttons. Remember, it used to have a few buttons. I got rid of a couple. I kind of rearranged them to only have the most important ones.
Okay.
But just to show you that, and I kind of evened it out here. So I like the way it looks for now. You know, you want to have the most important things here. Schedule a telehealth consult. I think that goes to that page. Let's see. Oh, that's the one that just goes to the email. I did change the email to that updated one. And so there's the slideshow. So again, the different sections, TOVA Health, TOVA Services, if I come
Is there
back.
a way to, for schedule a telehealth consult, is there a way to, whenever you click on it, it go to,
You should probably go to the page that talks about that, right?
oh yeah, we could do
The
that.
telehealth services page.
Yeah,
Let me
because I was
check
about to
that
say
out.
there's a,
Yeah, let
if
me.
they want to schedule a consult, I thought it would go to like the medical submission page where they
You
can
know what?
actually
I
type
think
in.
that the telehealth services page, which we just created, that new one. Actually, there's no buttons on that page. It's kind of, we
That's
still need to
information.
add to that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on the regular services page that I was thinking of. Oh, the medical history submission form, which, but I have that link is here. But for the telehealth, right, I think it would be good to, I think it would be good to have, where'd it go now? Schedule telehealth consult. I think it should go to the telehealth page, but then on that page could be the link or the form to do that.
Yeah, because if you go to, like, if you go back up to service and it's the medical history submission, it's actually like
Oh, that
form where you
can be
can,
used for this?
like you can they can actually type it in and submit it online instead of
Right.
downloading the PDF. So
And is that actually the one that you want this page linked to that?
yeah, can we do that?
You know what? Yeah. So this page is
then,
called health history submission. Check this out.
yeah, so then they have multiple options whether they want to download it or type it.
So right now it's just a mail to, which is not good. It doesn't really tell you anything. So the link, I'm going to change it here and we'll actually make it linked to that page, the medical history submission. So if I come to that page in my browser, I'm just going to copy the link. And for that button that we're working on now, I'm going to paste the link in here. Link options, we do not want it to open a new window. So once I made that edit, I'm going to hit update down here. And now it actually should be live. And so let me go over here, go to the home page. I think it's refreshed. Let me see if I mouse over that button, it'll tell me. Yeah, we did it successfully. So now if I hit that, it's health history submission.
Okay.
And then they can write, they can either download the PDF or, like you say, they can fill it out. There's kind of two, there's a brief version and a longer version. And they're
So so actually two different things. So one is just just their general information, like what type of medication they're taking, the
Yeah.
address and stuff like that. But the medical history form is like, you know, their parents' history,
Okay,
and
good.
their race and their insurance and dental stuff. The other one is just like just the name
Right,
and their
right.
medical history. That's it. So one just has more information than the other, but they are both different.
Nice. Okay, that's good. And this one, okay, so I like that. So now that home page, it goes right to that form. And then again, other things on the page. So we change that by just changing the button. Here's the image I use here. To switch out an image, the image is using this Elementor thing. You click on it and it's an actual, well, it can get pretty in depth. You'd be able to go in and find things. But there's, you know, the more you get used to it, the more you can try different things. Like if you say, hey, I don't want this image, I want a different one. When I click it, and I'm going to say choose image, and then I can choose a different image that's already been uploaded.
Okay.
Or upload one from my computer. So let's say I wanted to use this one instead. Health, insert media. And now there it is. So this would be here if I hit update, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave, make believe I'm done with my edits. I'm going to click this, exit to dashboard, and I don't want to save anything, so I'm leaving. And now just to make sure that I didn't mess anything up, actually, let me go out of this too. Just to make sure I didn't mess up, I'm gonna refresh this. And it's still got that one there. And it's still got our health submission form. Okay. So that's good. All right. Let's see, anything else we should take a just quick look at?
I think that was everything. Those are the only two things.
That's probably it. And obviously you can go through and, you know, if you see something here or there, you can call me up and ask me. You could try going in to do it. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna see if I can either email you the file of this training or I'll make it into a YouTube video, because then it's a smaller file I can upload to my YouTube thing.
Okay.
And send you the link for that.
All right, that works. Thank you.
But
yeah,
check with her about the Google My Business thing and the whole reviews, and that would be, again, I would, if it was my organization, business or nonprofit, I would add an actual testimonials page. And on that page, like I would keep a few of the best testimonials here, and under them I would write more testimonials, because people love testimonials. Even if it's a nonprofit, they're going to want to say, okay, are these people really good? And then they see all the other people that say these people are freaking awesome, and then they contact you. Okay. So on that, if I were to build that page, it would be just the testimonials. We could throw some pictures on to be pretty, but then I would have a link for people to review you at Google, and this way you could actually encourage people. Hey, if you're happy, do us a favor, leave us a Google review, and that'll help you get more publicity.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, well, I'll let her know when she gets in. All
right, real good, real good.
And I think, yeah, everything else looks really, really good. Like, came together.
Cool. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm really happy the way this turned out, because when I got started, I had to learn all this software. It's like,
Okay.
But now I would be able to help you. If you have questions, you can always call me up. A lot of times I can walk you through something, if you have to change a few words or something like that.
All right. That's good. And I did have a question about the subscription. I know you said you have put it on, let me see. I think you said home and let me see. No, I think it's about us.
Right, because we took it away from the bottom, but I also took it away from home. And so it's only on, I forget which pages it's on now.
It's about us, and I believe
Right, about us. And I like this format with the photo, makes it nice. So we could, I can add this to another page. Contact us. It might be on contact if it's not oh, it's on this. Okay, so it's also on the contact page, which is a good place for it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. I think we're good.
Yeah, but we could always, you could almost look at the code and copy it to put it on that other page. For example, what was that? The about page, about us. That's WP Bakery. So here's the subscribe. Edit. Yeah, I'm not real great at this. Text block. Let me see if this is it. Subscribe to our mailing list. And then what was this? Text. Oh, in visual mode. If I do it in text mode, it's got the actual code behind it. Anyway, you could tell me if you wanted me to put this on and add it to another page.
Okay. All right. Well, I think it's fine for right now, but once Nina gets in, then we can go over it together and see what she wants to do.
Yeah,
But I think it looks fine the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's also on the on the events, that annual sickle cell walk thing is, that tab is still there.
Right.
The one that you were showing me
take it
for
back
the
away?
Yeah, you can just take that off. That's fine.
All right.
I know you was just showing me for training purposes.
Right. But it could be something to brainstorm with her. It's like, hey, if you're going to have another one, it's a good way to show people.
Keep it up.
Stuff like
Okay.
that. Okay. All right. Super.
Good.
Yeah.
right,
Get back in
thank
touch
you.
with questions, or I'll, or she'll get in touch with you, or whatever.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good week.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.